EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu. Welcome on oraifite. Odinana bụ eziokwu. Odinana bụ ụzọ ndụ. Ịma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa, ụmụ Igbo chigharịa. Kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti, n'ụtụtụ na abalị ọ nọ na nkụzi. EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu. EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu, onye malije ma ọdụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu. EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu. EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu, onye malije ma ọdụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu. EZE-ANA ga-adị, Ugochi tubelu ga-adị. Ugochi tubelu temple, ọ ya adị. Maka na eziokwu anwa chacha, ndị ụka erighị anyị front and back, ndị oche enye anyị front and back. Fachasị kala aka ghọrọ ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke fa ka mma. Buru Baịbụl bịa, akwụkwọ akụkọ, mepekwa chọọchị fa, obodo ụka adịkwa. Mmanụ Ugochi tubelu ekweghị ekwe, EZE-ANA si n'ọma mbe. Ọdịnala ama mmụ chacha, oge ọbụla ọ na-eti, ọ nọ na nkụzi. Chukwu abịa ma gbaa gị ume, ọdịnala ya dị. EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu, onye ọma na oraifite, onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu. EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu, onye malije ma ọdụ. Ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu.
Ụmụ ọdịnala Igbo, ekelego m ndị nọ n'oru na ndị nọ n'Igbo. A sị m ezigbo ngụ ọbụla onye ji eko ya akwanahụ ya. Anyị abịakwa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, oge anyị ji awa eziokwu agba, nke ọmụmụ nwa bụ Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu na-anọ n'isi ya. Anyị abịakwa n'ụbọchị taa. Isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa n'ụbọchị taa bụ why using Odinana method remain the best in solving any challenges of life. Onye bụ isi anyị ji bịa n'ụbọchị taa, because Odinana remain the best because Odinana is more natural than any other method you can think of. Onye bụ isiokwu anyị. Mana before anyị gaa n'iru, ọkwa dị mkpa bụ nke mbụ. Asịrị m na tata bụ nkwọ ya pụtara anyị ihe ọma, maka akaka ya amaghị na jijiji ya amaghị. Asị m onye fụrụ anyị cheta nwa ya nwụrụ anwụ sị ka ihe mere nwa ya nwụrụ anwụ mee anyị. Asị m na ọzọ ya nkwa. Osisi fụrụ anyị na-atụ ufere, asị m ufere amapụtiri ọnụ ya bụọ ya n'ukwu. Onye checha ihe ọjọọ ya eme anyị ya ma onwe ya, maka na nwere onye mere ibie. Asị m na anyị ga-ejere obodo n'ara obodo. Asị m ihe anyị eri bịa, ihe eri anyị bịakwana. Asị m n'ụbọchị ihe na-aga okporo ụzọ n'ụkwụ anyị apụ anyị ama, ọ bụgoro anyị ama na anyị ga-ejecha na maka na ọkụkọ na-ekpacha na ajọ ọfịa ma na-abụ onye nwunye. Ise aga m bụkwa onye nke gị, Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi tubelu na oraifite. Oraifite dị na Anambra steeti. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu na temple. Anyị na-agba afa mmiri emi lụkwazị ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja n'ọdịnala Restoration Prayer Ministry, bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. You can call me an ọdịnala evangelist and I will answer. Agwara m gị isiokwu anyị ji bịa. Echefuna na aja anyị na-achụ kwa ọnwa nke ọnwa Septemba ga-ebido echi bụ 6th. Eji m n'aka na ndị niile chọrọ isonye na ya bụ aja esendigo ozi ha niile. Anyị adịgo redi maka ibido ya bụ aja n'ụtụtụ echi na temple. Aja mbụ n'elu aja pụta ihe aja anyị na-achụ na temple. Ọ ga-last for 14 good days. Ụbọchị 14 bido echi n'isi ụtụtụ aga m eje na temple chụọ aja dị iche iche n'isi nwoke na nwaanyị, ndị nọ n'oru na ndị nọ n'Igbo. Ebe onye anọ na distance is not a barrier. Wee kwubie okwu gwa ọfọ chụọ aja dị iche iche n'isi ha niile n'otu n'otu. Anyị ga-achụcha aja nke chi a. Ndị niile ọ bụrụ na nke abụ izizi na-esonyere anyị na ya bụ aja, ndị niile sonyere anyị na aja ga-enweta ihe onyonyo na ọdio na WhatsApp ha ka etụja bụ mmemme si bido. The first day etu anyị si eme, the first day a na-ebido ebu 6th. Onye ọbụla ka enweta ya bụ vidio ma ọdio. Sọ ndị niile sonyere na ya bụ aja ga-enweta ya bụ ihe ndị a. Ịnwetasịa ya, a na-achụzi aja na-aga n'iru n'ụbọchị ndị ọzọ. Ụbọchị ọzọ ị ga-enwetakwa ihe onyonyo na vidio na ọdio. Etu o si wee mee bụ ụbọchị anyị ga-achịkọta ya bụ na 19th. Onye ọbụla sokwa na ya bụ aja ga-esokwa na ndị ga-enweta ihe onyonyo na ọdio etu ya bụ aja si wee zuo ma gbakọọ. Ọrụ n'oge mgbede, achụcha ya bụ aja n'ụtụtụ. Anyị nwere ọrụ anyị ga-alụ echi. Alụcha ya na mgbede ya ka a ga-esendizi messages to ndị niile sonye na ya bụ aja. Nke a bụ ihe ị kwesịrị ịma. Den nke ọzọ ọ bụrụ na anyị sendicha ihe gbasara ya bụ aja ahụ a chụrụ, anyị sendicha ya, den ọ bụrụ na isonye wu na aja, ma ọ bụ na o nwere ihe ọzọ gbagwojuru gị anya ịchọrọ ịjụ ihe gbasara ọdịnala Igbo, ma ọ bụ na nkụzi a mma akụzi taa, ihe ị ga-eme bụ sendịel m meseji na WhatsApp 0805 7837672. Aga m enyere gị aka wee zaa anya bụ ajụjụ gị ma ọ bụ ihe ọbụla gbagwojuru gị anya. Ma akpọkọ ya ọzọ 0805 7837672. Nke a bụ akara WhatsApp ị ga-eji wee chaatị m. Nke a bụ ihe ị kwesịrị ịma. Nke ọzọzi bụ ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche anyị na-alụ na temple. A na-akwụ ụgwọ, mana counseling anyị na-abụ free. However, you can chat me on WhatsApp. Then, ma ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ visit temple, i book appointment with me. Ka anyị mara ụbọchị ga-aka mma, ụbọchị ị ga-enwe ike ịbịa ka nwee ike nye enough audience. Agwara gị n'ụbọchị ụka ụbọchị anyị ga-eme counseling. However, you must call me to be sure na mma anụ ya, and to be sure maka achọrọ m ka ọ bụrụ mmadụ na-eme nwere ike inyewe audience ka m chọrọ. Nke a bụ ihe ị kwesịrị ịma. Echefuna na akara ekwu ihe eji nweta anyị na WhatsApp bụ 08057837672. Dịka anyị si wee kọwaa, isiokwu anyị n'ụbọchị taata bụ why Odinana method remain the best in solving any human challenge. Ya bụ isiokwu anyị ji bịa n'ụbọchị taa. Gịnị bụ human challenges? Yes, what we must know first is this. As long as you are living on earth, there must be challenging times. It's natural. Yes, agwara m gị na why people do experience a lot of challenges is because they don't understand how things work. Almost some natural principles that must happen. But don't want to even say he who does not plan is planning to fail. You must understand how things work. Now, each child that refuses out of his own ignorance to learn the language of his parents should blame him or herself. And by so doing, that particular child that refuses to learn the language of his parents will definitely hurt himself or herself. At the end of the day, the person will bust himself or herself to the corner, because by refusing to learn the language of your parents, you are trying to isolate yourself. Because time will come when you will be regarded as an ofeke. If I must borrow Igbo language, it's called an ofeke. It's a duty of any child to make an effort to learn the language of his parents. Now, what am I trying to say? That every human spirit is supposed to learn the natural language, the natural law that governs the universe. That is the only way you cannot go in conflict with natural laws that governs the universe. Some who do not understand how things work will tell you God punish you. God can never. In fact, saying God punish somebody is belittling God. If you know who this God is. Some people normally belittling God without knowing. There are some certain things you will see God. Even great king in your own community. Can you expect your great king to be the one in charge of flogging the defaulters? A great king can never do that. You get? Talk less of the creator of the whole universe. Do you know the aura that follows him? Do you know? Even in ancient book, Moses was like saying that even when he was receiving the 10 Commandments, he couldn't even look up. That he's even looking up is not even that God sent them to him. No. Because even in that Old Testament, made mention of that. So it's not as if God descended to Moses. No. Very far away. Now, but Moses couldn't even look up because of Ebube and the radiation that follows God present. So the thing is that what people normally see is like shadow of luminous figure, and they will assume that it's just little element here. Talk less of. Do you know who God is? So saying God for punishing somebody is belittling him. It's just the smallest element that we can take care of that. So Chukwu Okike have created the entire universe, and there is this called division of labor, and gave mandate to all the creatures to take care of the entire governance. That whatever any man sow, that's why that statement was made in Galatian system, that God can never be mocked. So you cannot telling that God will judge this and that is like mocking God. If you know whom he is, that whatever a man sow, so shall he reap. There is standing order that made it possible for any man to reap whatever that he sow. Definitely must flow back to the originator, being you that sow whatever, good or evil. Now, what I'm about to tell you is that in creation, if you understand the natural laws, you understand the method that is so natural. Let me give you an instance. Why I told you, I made the statement that Odinana, using Odinana method remains the best method to solve any problem of mankind. Now, in solving problem, I will use what you know to explain what you don't know. Yes. Therefore, I understand that 80% of people listening to me right now might be Christians. Right? So I will start from what you know to explain what you don't know. Now, if you go to that your Bible, you will understand that there is some instances Jesus and Dokobia use different method to speak positivity into people's life. He uses so many methods to touch lives in one way or the other. Do you know why I want to use the Bible to explain this? Like I always say that there is other holy books. There's other holy books based on the angle you are looking at it from other faiths. Now, but let me use Bible because I know majority listening to me have passed through that angle. Now, there are some certain people that have problem, and he used spoken words, at least as he was recorded in the Bible, spoken words to effect a change. Like there was a story, a lyrical story in the Bible that has it that there is this little girl that passed on because the umbilical cord has not been severed. And Jesus said, and I quote, Talita kum, meaning Wabonta kunya. Now, he used the power of the spoken words to effect that change, to call back the spirit back to the body. It's possible because the umbilical cord has not been severed. Now, what am I trying to pick from there? What I'm about to pick from there is the power of spoken words. Now, in other instances, even with the case site, ebe use power of spoken words. Now, obodo ije na Ogbuefi, ị ga-afụ ka ebe use ụdị okwu anwa n'ebe Anna na die Helkana. Remember, Helkana is a priest, while Anna is a wife to the priest. They are childless. And they remember, Anna have been praying all this while. But on this particular day, fateful day, he went to the temple. And she felt this inward awakening. So, as he was like praying, murmuring, people around could not hear what she's actually saying. And a higher priest, Eli, walked in and said, Anna, which day did you start drinking? He said, my Lord, I did not drink, but rather I'm expressing myself the way I felt within my mind before the Almighty. And the Eli said, oh, my daughter, go in peace. May the Lord grant your heart desires. Now, this is the power of spoken words in action. And behold, when Anna and her husband Elkanah went home, of course they slept. They have their normal duty as always in honor. And what happened? Pregnancy occurred. To cut the whole story short, they have a baby, later called Samuel, meaning Nwayo Tarachukwu na Ayiyo. So you can see another power of spoken words in action, right? Mana ị ga-afụkwa n'ọtụtụ ebe in that book again. Ebe even na from agba ochie onye nwere ọya ekpenta, I can't remember the name of that particular man, but he's a soldier, worthy soldier. And his men are now advising him to go to have a bath in I think a river in Jordan. And the man was like saying, why must you ask me to go to the river and have my bath? At least in my own country or town, we have better rivers. He said, no, go. And he obeyed. And after that experience and encounter, he visited the water, have bath in the water. At the end of the day, he was healed. I think Naaman also, but I know he's a soldier. Now, you can see the power of applying another method, right? Because this particular healing came through visiting the water, right? Now, another story had it in the Bible again that Jesus made a blind man to see by mixing sand and saliva and rub it in a blind man's eye. And then after using water to wash face, and at the end of the day, the man began to see. What is the lesson? Because in every story, any analytical story, what is important there is a lesson behind that story. The lesson there is this. In this particular case, that something extraordinary was used. That something that is not the way of using power of the spoken words. That there is something like acting. You understand? So, what am I saying? Now, no more power didn't werike use something. You may expect the also gonna do the other thing. But now we're going to name something. Do you know in this our natural work, the sand they are seeing is used in doing spiritual work, Odinana work? Do you know? Do you know that in doing Odinana work, there in some certain cases, even your saliva, even spitting saliva is important too? Do you know? You might not know because it can all work. In entire creation, when you have a west, even that smallest grass, you're matching on one, is needed to create a change. What am I saying? Ihe na-ekwu na ụmụ ihe niile a na o nwere ụfọdụ ya bụ to create a change, then something has to be done practically. I cited some example. The story of, I think, Naaman. Eji ewu ahụ na mmiri ọkụ ya. Cite kwara another example na New Testament. Ebe Jesus misi ma ọsụ mmiri ma aja ma mmiri wee mee mmadụ saa mmadụ aja ọfụ ụzọ kwa eziokwu. In this particular cases, why they use the only power of spoken words? So in some cases, need to something extraordinary. Now, in different methods people do normally use to solve some challenges of life. In other denominations, yes, especially Christianity, they normally use only the power of spoken words. Then, but what happened when the case is beyond power only spoken words? What happened? It just means that the person will not receive the healing. Because in some cases, what they need is practical, doing something extraordinary. But do you know why Odinana remain the best? In Odinana, we use all. We do use all method. Depend on the case as the spirit leads. Do you get? That is why any problem that you do not solve in Odinana can never be solved. Quote me anywhere. In fact, I have never seen any problem that you use Odinana method, and if you did not solve that problem, it means that there is another spiritual angle to it. It's either there is other forces, other things that need to be done, or it's not yet time. And if I mean it's not yet time, it's not yet time. You cannot even wish such thing away by just mere praying. Because in Odinana, we have it all. Example, in other denominations, especially in Diokobia, what they can give you is maybe they'll ask you to fast. The other thing they will ask you to say is say Psalms, right? Use Psalm 21, Psalm 91, Psalm 35, Psalm 121. I remember those days. I'm into it. So I'm saying it out of experience. Now, you know that there's nothing so unique about those Psalms that is not in Odinana. Those Psalms is a spoken word. It's oijuogu. Okwe kupiri. That Psalms they are divided into okwu di iche. Enwere nke bụ okwu anwere, nwe nke bụ okwu nkwubi okwu, nwe nke bụ okwu ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ were as back to sender. But I can tell you, na go for Odinana Igbo has them all. You don't need to repeat what David said. You can declare your own here and now. Example, what is Psalm 35 says? Kozo habo chichere bundi ilu nuso ha agha bundi na nuso ma agha buso ha ogu buso ha bundi na buso ma agha nuso ha ogu bundi na nuso ma ogu, and kozo habo chichere, and so on and so forth. All about the same thing now. I na-ekwu na-eji ogwu n'ọdịnala Igbo n'ego ọfọ. I say onye ọkwụrụ ile eche anyị n'ukwu ga-eji ya. Onye echeche ihe ọjọọ ya eme ya ma onwe ya. So why must you feel that our own is inferior before some? Eme ọ na-eriri gị front and back. Therefore, ị nwere ike iji wee chee like that. Out of abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. So he can declare as the Spirit leads you. So, n'ọdịnala Igbo, if you are talking about Psalms, a na-enye gị n'ebe those prayers, I can tell you n'ọdịnala Igbo na ị na-aga ọfọ, you have already dealt with that Psalm aspect, right? Now, ọ bụrụzie na ịbịalụ ka ikwuo gbasalụ spoken words, ikwubi okwu, I can tell you n'ọdịnala Igbo na anyị na-ekwubi okwu. Ịghọtara ya? Na anyị na-ekwubi okwu. Ị nwere ike ịsị m what is prayer? I tell you that prayer was divided into 4 departments. One aspect is praises. Second aspect is asking for forgiveness. Third aspect is petitioning. The last aspect is ijuogu. Ndị mmadụ na-akpọkarị back to sender ọkwa eziokwu. Now, n'ọdịnala Igbo, we have the same thing. In fact, ọ dịbụ adị n'ala Igbo n'usoro okpukpere ndị ọdịnala. Before ndị ụka ọbịa abịa, then they took it away from us and they galvanized it in their own way and they claimed the originality. Before ndị ụka ọbịa abịa, ndị Igbo na-aga ọjị. Eweta ọjị asị na onye wetara ọjị wetara ndụ. Chukwu okike anyị kere gị, akpọkuo Chukwu okike, kpọkuo ndị nna nna anyị ha, kpọkuo ndị anjelu nke Chukwu niile, sị ha na ọjị abịa. Ihe ọzọ onye ya aga ọjị ya aga ọgwụ. Ebe anyị si mejọ anyị amaghị me si gbaalụ na anyị nwata na-awụ arụ n'afọ. Ihe ọzọ ya aga n'ọjị bụ ọgọbazie yọba ayịyọ petitioning. etu o si dị ya mma n'obi. Ọ gọsizie ọjụ ogu before ọwa ọjị. Oge ọ ya ajụ bụ onye si na ya ma dị na ya were ana serizere mmiri asị ise. Onye si anyị nwe onye anwụọ ka eji akwụ ya asị ise. Ihe niile ọ na-eme ewu iju ogu ndị ụka kpọrọ back to sender, ọkwa eziokwu. So ịfụ na usoro ịgọ mmụọ ịgọ ọjị n'ala Igbo coverkwara that so-called prayer in ụka ọbịa. Ịghọtara ya? Kedu ihe ọzọ bụ their strength? I can tell you, as far as I'm concerned, no ụka ọbịa n'ọgwụna, because they rely on praying and giving psalms. Then beyond Odinana Igbo, why Odinana Igbo remain the best and the best method? Because it's more natural. Odinana Igbo talk about our own formula is more accommodating, showing love to entire creation. I'm telling you why Odinana remain the best. In Genesis 1:27, Chukwu gave man the mandate as the Lord of entire creation. Go to the world, dominate, procreate, and rule over entire creation. All we showed love to the entire creation because we were given the mandate to be Lord over entire creation. I remember those days when I was small. I used to visit my grandma. Every morning, you will see ihe nunu like ọkụkọ. Ọkụkọ ya nwere ike isi na compound pụọ na mpio pụọ, ma ọ bụrụ na ha eburu ụzọ bịa n'ọnụ ụzọ ya na-agagharị within the ọnụ ụzọ and window. You know why? Because o si ya na n'ụlọ pụta ihe ọ ga-ewere owu ọchịta nri ọkụkọ wụọrọ ha. Ha ga-ericha nri ọkụkọ, ha richara nri ọkụkọ ahụ ọwụrụ ha for the day. You will see them going out one by one. Ihe ọ na-egosi that love to ihe Chukwu kere eke. Our forefathers had ya nọ n'ime na-eri nri, ọ ya nọ n'ilo, o bute nri anwa, ọ bụrụ rice, ọ wụrụ ya, wụpụ n'ilo. Ime ihe ọ wụpụrụ ya, ọ ma na-enwelu other creatures that need to be taken care of. All love, act of love. O nwere other religion na-eme, ndị ụka ọbịa na-eme, but we show that love with the mandate to even the entire creation. Of creation does not stop from human. Ihe ọ na-awụpụ n'ala, ọ ma na ngwere ga-eri, ọ ma na ọkụkọ ga-eri, ọ ma na ant ga-eri. Because the problem of man is that man was like thinking that no, so ha na-efe Chukwu. Till man come down from their high horse. Ihe niile ya na-afụ, o nwere ihe ekere eke nọ n'ụwa dị useless. Those animals, so-called animals, in a bileto, no one have on some certain spiritual work I got no need ya. Without without them, we can't do anything. So what do you want to do useless? Even the smallest grass, imaro. On what the grass I can't look out here. I can't remember the name now. Manage yoku bioku, all the very powerful. You know that? So, man, what he or whoopia, if you only show love to hearing a crack, oh man, now we need and then Nana whoopuri here. They are joining our forefathers in praying. Don't you know? Yes, some of them my way get anything on yourself from being in each over in the Odinana. Can go or she do, Imon will be got a hold on every no. And my check why Odinana remain the best. The issue of praying may go for those on them, I name ye. But I'm my check was a board and the daisy, zero far beyond what they're doing. Why I told you I thought Odinana remain the best. Odinana na church where carry other animistic. Yes, animals. Because why the animals is that their origin, they call them animistic because the origin is from the animal realm. Let me put it that way. Man, I'm mad on a proud way. They are taking also mad. Not to so. Man, I come mad at the foot of the Bible. Around collaboration. Kurumaka ihano dendo. Ihano dendo. Kurumaka the lions. the animal under not what the throne of God. You can see that even animals can still share the same throne according to ndị ụka ọbịa. Ihe nji wee kwotu ya bụ ka ị malụ na ghara ịda proud onwe gị na-ede tukwu mkpa. Mana ebe ahụ ekwu na liberation maka ụmụ anụmanụ ndị nọ na throne to show you that even ebe ahụ ndị human spirit ndị ụka ọbịa na along to go, the animal can still approach that level. You know why? Those animals in Afu, they are even purer. Yeah, their spirits are pure. You know why? For me, I don't joke with sharing some certain things with those animals because they are pure. They don't keep malice. Because they listen to their soul and the instinct. So that is what they listen to. Man, a human being where you can anything over a swaggy me. When you go in a man, the master, I go for the way guessing no Akalaka and another. Yotalia. Man, animal, I may queer. Yotalia. Oh, na ne would your Ebadana Miri. Gori Honu Neri, Ebadana Miri. Makana, one dog of your Kusina. Now, Monun Kigwe. As you been a minute, a Hewa Ruby, Mawoba. Mana Tukun Kigwe and Aso Henry. So even God Almighty, the creator of the whole universe, that is expecting we human beings to show love, even to the other creatures, otherless creatures. He will always be happy seeing us taking care of other creatures. When the old and Dean and Yanaka was on the friends again, you have not started. Because you have to give help with those people that cannot even be able to pay. That is genuine love. Only in somebody begaka, boy, I bordering and back habiaqua. You have not started. Those animals you know truly well that they cannot be of help in any way to you. Do you remember them? But in Odinana encourages us to do that. Ajando Monuke, Mowaja, Omajo Boroswa. Those mad people on the street, they don't think that they are alone. You can call them Obanje, call them whatever you like. That one is their own cup of tea. Have you asked yourself, they will pass a night at the bus stop without wearing any good clothes? The next day, they are still healthy. They don't go to hospital. They eat all manner of trash. They will never get sick. But you, as a same man, right? Go to bus stop and sleep over and see what will happen to you if you not end up in hospital. Eat those trash they don't eat. Didn't that one show you that there is something unique about these people? Yes. So for that reason, putting a smile to them, believe in me, is not in vain. So that's why in Odinana, I make provision that the spirit, the real spirit of Obanje, and where I no Jerife. I go out there. Manoga Sina can don't cause our Obanje physical. Where you those things. And the more for I know they had a biscuit in a minute around an egg and your chair. That is to cause joy. Because you must have a way of touching lives. The invested the church people will say that I had a prison. I had a prison in the area with actual members. You know that, yeah? I had a job and evangelism. Where for that form one crusade, for that form one outreach in the prison, hoping that some of them will be free tomorrow and remember their churches. So they have something in mind. They are calling it outreach, right? They have in mind that by solding the higher more members, knowing fully well that some of them will be out tomorrow to patronize their churches, right? I'm telling you, those mad people on the street, Odinana recognizes them. Because they will not be able, we are not counting on them. Those fishes there in the river, we take care of them. Odinana encourages us to do that. Odinana encourages us to even the trees. Even the trees. That's why in Odinana recognize the fact that there were sacred trees. You cannot just kill any randomly without showing mercy or whatever. Because you cannot destroy what you cannot create. So you can see why I say that Odinana method remains the best. Odinana method is the compendium of the entire method of getting mercy. I'm telling you. Because in Odinana, why I normally go, example, even if I want to do something, I'll go to river and do some saraka there. To those elements there. Those fishes, those animals, those whatever. Because there are so many living beings in the water. Thinking about them, asking them to feast and join me in prayers. If you have spiritual eyes, you hear what they're saying. Oh, Chukwu okike. Nke mere Eze-Ana ji gbarata na mmiri ya taa ebe achụ aja. Ka o lotara ya taa Chukwu biko lotia. Ya gasikwara ya. Maka na ha mana aja a mbịara ịchụ abụrụ particle. Not something I prepare well. But you might not know because you don't see beyond their nose. The same thing mgbe ahụ eji achụ aja ogologo ụzọ. Those little granules, those little corn, those corn you are seeing, the best of the air will come and eat them. Those rice you are seeing. Those other sweet substance, you will see the ants, they will come and feast. Those things, if food in I brought one set of insects or animals will come and feast it. That's why it's varieties of things. Those ants will not feast on the corn. Those corn will be there for those pigeons, those birds, and whatever, and all those chickens. By so they carry all of them along. So you can see why Odinana we cause joy to human. Then after going to river to do those, remember those fishes that, because we know without we visiting the river, believe in me, some of those animals, name them fishes and rest of them living in the water, might go hungry. Have you thought of that? Do they have any farm where they can feed on? They are waiting patiently, asking God, can Eze-Ana please visit the stream? Then after doing that, then the Odinana, yes, mother being what human being is. Anyway, go on mother 10 in the year. Mother 5 when they can say, they might not show appreciation, but all we go on mother a boy way to say the from the heart. Then add it up with Nkende and Mystic Kuru. One need you go, or you go past Mark. You know that? So man, those animistic very important. Because Unko giving arms or Odinana encourages. In way case Nando can arms. So when I'm pinpointing those areas Odinana Neme those on the name. Odinana encourages you to pay some certain homage to natural trees. In other words, we appreciate the fact that those elements that dwell there and doing some fantastic jobs, we appreciate them. We go down to the streams, we appreciate them. We go to Aboze, Moeni Junction, and the other Ajogono goes. We appreciate because anywhere mother naga, more naga. You know that? Anywhere mother naga, more naga. So we do some sacrifice there too. Can you now see why Odinana remain the best? Now, even when I do any blood sacrifice, we say we normally do blood sacrifice. Yes, we do. I'm proud to say, to be part of it. We do blood sacrifice because in some certain things in life, paying homage to your chonyowa and or whatever you are inviting even the soul of that animal to be a sacrificial lamb in whatever onwere ihe dị ndụ, onwere life in a present to assist you in pleading for what you are asking for. The truth must be told. The truth of the matter is that the spiritual guide bụ mmụọ enwere arụ ma ncha ma maka na ọ bụ mmụọ ọnya ka o ji bụrụ mmụọ. Why is mmụọ is that it doesn't have flesh? Why we human beings do feast, eat, is because we have flesh that need nutrients for us to keep living. But the spirit does not have flesh. So that okoko, they don't even need it. You know why? But it gladdens their heart when that remembrance, that nilo tadia we hear them. That remembrance, munilo tadia we hear them. Mgbe we wotara okoko si chi onye ụwa m na ndọka n'ụbọchị tata ka nkene gị maka ihe ime maka na ekene nwaanyị na-agwa akịrị ike adịghị agwọta ọzọ wee gwe na abịa m ka m gbuo ọkụkọ taa wee chụọ aja wee kene gị n'ihe ọma ị na-eme gị na mmụọ niile gị na ha so. Nke bụ eziokwu na for that remembrance Chukwu okike ga-enwe aṅụrị. Ijegoro na agba ochie, the sacrifice of the blood did not start today. Enwere aja dị iche iche na agba ochie na Leviticus. Enwere aja nsure ọkụ, enwere aja dị iche iche, nwa aja mmaghara mmehie na aja dị iche iche, nwa aja mmehie. Aja Abraham chọrọ ịchụnụ ewesị ya were eburu wee chụọ ya bụ aja. Ọ bụrụ na Chukwu okike na idiri doze ihe mana what the most important thing did ya bụ na by performing that sacrifice, food will be created for otherless animals, those other little animals to feast on. Ịghọtara ya? Ka mmadụ mgbe onye ụwa ahụ egburu ọkụkọ anwa ọ dị eri ya mana ihe dị ya mkpa bụ mgbe ahụ echiche onye ụwa bụ mmenye gị nri taa onye gwa ndị otu ya ụmụ mmụọ ha na onye nọrọ ụwa nwa m nwoke nwa m ejiri egwu na ọ na-erotakwa m tata na ọ na-erota m ụbọchị eke na ọ sị na ọ ya egburu m ọkụkọ bịakwa na ka ụnụ bịa nọnyere m all remembrance. Ịghọtara ya? That ncheta ahụ ịchọtara ya ọ ga-eme ya ọ na-efi I have somebody that will remember me. All thing of honor. Why is it that some families, even wealthy families, do 10 years anniversary of their late father, 20 years anniversary of their late father? Here now about remembrance to show that we appreciate you, Dad. It's true that you are no longer here with us, but we appreciate the work you have done for us. So however, ọ bụrụ onye nwa ga-eri mgbe a ga-ebi asụsọ data ncheta ahụ icheta otu oke ọkpa anwa ihe dị ndụ na uche onye ụwa na because of you na ofu ihe dị ndụ ga-ada today in appreciation. It gladdens the heart and then we blessings you. Imesizie mgbe a ga-ebi agbuo data na anwa ifuzie na ants we come and feast on it. That is first stage. After ka isichara ya wuti ji siri na ya bịakwa wetakwara ya ma isi ya ma ụkwụ ya ma obi ya ma gosi na onye nwa nwe ifụkwa more ants will come and feast on it. Then other flesh like the lambs and everything, human being now a feast on that. It create go anger, it create a saraka both for the humans and for the animistics. So anger na so then we eriri ya mana ihe ndị ọzọ mgbe ha na-eri ihe a ụmụ anụmanụ aga na-eri ha na-asị hey chi onye uwe eze-ana ekene dịrịgo ọkụ maka ihe ụka anyị na-agba azị ya maka ihe ụka anyị na-enjoy this meal if not because of you. That proud that aṅụrị ha na-enwe chi onye ụwa ga na-enwe aṅụrị na o nwere other creatures na-enwe aṅụrị because of ihe wetara ya. Ịmara example adị m aṅụ alcohol ma wine o nwere adị m nkarị wine adị m aṅụkwudo bụkwa wine na-aṅụ several. Enwere m ike ijide otu one bottle of wine which enwere m ike etu ọsịkwa ya dị nchọgara wine nwere manụ highest half tumbler those can test ya the test. If not most of the times wines ndị mmadụ na-ewetara m I share it out for people. The thing is, when I eat those drinks, I will feel so happy. You know why? Blessing all one among goes your one among 4 of them, Magorogi, Magoroga Rubian, and he had Atomotoni Chetamua was that. But I'm not necessarily no more. I read it. Inwe gine me kerecha anglo obioma golo from Magorogi. Inwe ike message here, when me hear you can dem mad and dem mad there. One angry. I'm from them mad name why eating those is enough for me. That is exactly what is happening in the spiritual realm, where you are remembering your children and in the chair, and so on and so forth. So, those things, like Greek, I don't take those things. I will thank you, appreciate you. However, I will not eat them. I will give it out. Then, man, at the hang when angry. To alcohol. But I go so more you Makani and Amamna. Down those things, when they are eating it, they will be happy. That their happiness is enough for me. So, have you seen why Odinana remain the best? Because it's merry-go-round. We will very happily remember her. However, those ants, those animals, those lizards and everything, they will come and feast on it. Therefore, we had a happy. Hagar join in prayers. And remember, their prayers is very clean. Because their heart is very clean. Their prayers is very pure. Because hard rock a human. You know what I mean? So, I pay more attention in carrying those elements. Carrying other people that cannot even be able to pay back. I enjoy doing that than even human, because human being when he get so you know that. So here na chekwa, have you seen why Odinana remain the best? So in Odinana method, you will be able to use the power of spoken words, because I'm gonna do I use that power of spoken words. I put it offer. So now we to ice queer. There to ice queer go get simena. And Quabana no call it to his men again. Men only men are fighting the offer. For that, so we use both spoken words. In addition, we use practical. So we use the whole method to show you that Odinana has it all. And when we are doing Saraka, we carry the entire creature. The creatures, we carry them along to make sure that that joy and the Saraka goes round. So any problem, so I keep saying that any problem that Odinana method did not solve, Sikwarika, almost not solve there. A man is either some things are involved. Is either that you have not done the right thing. Maybe that you have easy. You go and catch you. And then they chop the other cause. Yes. And when you call other cause, so they are responsible for that problem the person is passing through at that particular time. That begging for attention. 2. Agwa 3 seasons in nature. In Nigeria, let me use Nigeria as an example. We have 3 seasons. Rainy season, dry season, and Harmattan. I am here. Have Makandocha was here winter and everything. How on 3 seasons. Now, eventually, in nature, every human spirit will experience that 3 seasons. But how you plan your season A, let's say rainy season, determine what you will reap in Harmattan time and what you will reap in dry season. He who does not plan is planning to fail. Now, if you, during the time of abundance, during the time that you have so much abundant thing around you, how do you manage it? In trees, there's what is called photosynthesis. We are trees in their smart to show you that those natural things, they are so smart. The way the nature program them, they obey the natural laws. And what they call photosynthesis is where they store their food. They do have during the abundant time, during the rainy season. They will keep managing it. They keep applying it at the right time. Now I can use no hamatan, no gana ifuru. Now I can use sustain during the time of dry season, till when they will people will harvest whatever the fruit. It could be mango or whatever. People after harvesting it, they will wait patiently for rainy season to come to replenish whatever they have lost. You see it, it's natural loss. The same process, in life, if you look around nature, what is happening to you around nature, you will know that that is the original plan of the creator of the entire universe. Don't look down on trees, because you will get misled. Now, if you look at these animals, the way they live their life, look at the trees around you, you will understand the natural plan for man. And that's what man is supposed to emulate. In life, all you can do the word to you know why? The natural life means every man must face 3 seasons in life. Take it or leave it. Yes. So, if for any reason, when you are in abundance, you mismanage it. Maka ndị Igbo na-atụ na nwatakịrị na-amụ nna ya amụ na ji ọkọrọ n'ubi lelele bụ agụụ ga-agụ ya na-arụ ọzọ ka ọ na-amụ amụ. Ịghọtara ya? So, when you did not manage the time of abundance very well, maybe you're thinking that it will just continue like that. It's because you don't understand how things work. In life, there is time for everything. There is time for changing button to another, handover to another person. So, how do you manage the time of abundance? If you manage it well and get prepared, knowing fully well that in creation or how you plan the rainy season, we made it possible that during the harmattan and dry season, you will not feel it. You will not feel it. But when in creation, when you are in the abundance, you wasted all the time, all the talent, all the everything, you wasted them. Believe in me, you will be ready to still bear the time of harmattan and the dry season. You have to bear. But the truth, one thing that is there is that if you remain consistency, if you understand how things work, and apply the natural laws, and keep your heart pure, without blaming anybody, without doing something silly, without doing something evil, keep following that natural laws, knowing fully well that you will still learn the lesson that nature wants you to learn from mismanaging the good time. You will learn it, and if that time should last like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it will last that particular time destiny in creation, and they will move over to the next level. But when you decide to commit evil, thinking that by committing evil you will short it, you will run that place fast, you are only succeeding in prolonging your suffering time. That's the one thing you know. But if you take it like that, gradually it will phase it out and return back to the time of abundance. It's natural laws. It happens to anybody, happens to everybody. So why am I saying it? You should understand the natural things. So why I'm saying it is that my topic today is Odinana method remain the best method in challenging times. Yes, it's not as if that if you are in Odinana, you will not have challenging time. No. Challenging time is there. The trees that normally face dry season, that time, did they commit any sin? Unique? No. But that is natural law. But they are not lamenting. How old? They will wait patiently till the time of rainy season returns. Do you get? But when you now decide that this evil, I have suffered too much, let me put my hand in crime. you can only succeed by prolonging your time. Because you know why? Why you prolong the time? The impunity you are committing now will be accumulated. And by so doing, the time for you to reap goodies will prolong. This is natural principle. You know why I normally like to take time to teach you some certain things? For you, even when things are bad for you, be happy. Don't blame anybody. Once you know, do the right thing. Don't blame anybody. Keep on being consistent. Manner, this is a phase. Because if there is no testing, there won't be any testimony. And if there is no challenge, there will be no champion. Yes, these are natural laws, things that happen. But how you manage the state you are, because the present determines the future. How you manage your present time will determine whether you enter the future or you remain stagnant in a particular class. That is natural laws. But I can tell you, Odinana remains the best method, best bet for you to be able to untie those knots. Yes, during the time of abundancy, he might step on toes, he might have done one or two that is not good. It happens to everybody. Now, but Odinana will help you to show love to those animistic in the river, show love with those other creatures in the Ajogonogozo, and show love to other human. And so by so doing, you will be able to redeem your debt very fast, faster than expected. That's why I still insist that Odinana method remains the best. Because if you are in Ndokobia, you can only casting and binding, casting your demon, saying no demon, no nka, no matter. Because in their method of belief, they keep believing no matter they may everything. No demon, no nka. They never believe that no one can hack also. But Odinana did not ask you to do such. Odinana only encourages you to feed your chi, feed your izmezu, chupa ajo gonogonogozo. Chupa Buku Ibo Obonuke. Odinana will tell you to keep on, Basapwaka. That is why I insist that Odinana remain the best. Thank you. Omoni nwere ajụjụ na nkuzi taa. Ma ọ bụ na-enwere ihe ọbụla na-agbagwoju anya na ọdịnala Igbo. Send the message na WhatsApp. 0805-7837-672. I repeat, 0805-7837-672. Echefukwara na ihe esonyere anyị n'oge awa nke eziokwu n'echi. Topic anyị nwere echi bụ the role of women in Igbo spirituality. Ọkwa a time bomb. Okwu ya bụ ga-emepe anya gị ọfụma n'ihe niile ị kwesịrị ịma gbasara ọdịnala Igbo. Echefukwara, we are streaming live from my page Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi oraifite. Nwekwara ike watch video na my YouTube Ogbuefi EZE-ANA Ugochi oraifite. Inwe ajụjụ ihe gbagwojuru anya, echefuna na anyị na-arụ ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche na-agbakwa afa mmiri emi. Send them message na 0805-7837-672. N'aha Chukwu Okike nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, ekwubie m okwu n'isi ndị niile na-esonyere anyị n'oge awa nke eziokwu, oge anyị ji adọwa okwu agba. Ndị nọ n'oru na ndị nọ n'Igbo, a sị na distance is not a barrier. Ezughị oke abụrụ a barrier. What is important is belief. I speak positivity into the lives of our friends, supporters, fans. I speak positivity to your lives. Let there be course breaking. Let there be open doors. Let there be liberation. Let there be upliftment. Let there be miracle. They don't know East, Eastern Nigeria, Eastern all over the world. They don't know West, Western Nigeria, Western all over the world. They don't know North, Northern Nigeria, Northern all over the world. They don't know South, Southern Nigeria, Southern all over the world. Now, let there be positivity in your life. Let new things begin to happen. Now, only can you nation Akiabia. Yagazin. anyị wetala ụnụ egwu anyị ji achịkọta nke ụbọchị taa. Etu a ka o si wee zoo ma gbachaa n'oge awa nke eziokwu. Iderecha vidiyo ihe ị ga-emere ya friends and well-wishers bụ ịtụsa ya bụ ozi. Ya gazienụ ka ọ dịkwanụ n'oge awa echi bụ Tuesday. Thank you.